My name's Panda Phil, for those who are new here, and this is Toon Talk Live, where we'll talk about all things Toony and Toontastic. I did not expect us to get a Clear Coast video. I expected some sort of update about Clear Coast. I expected maybe just a conversation about it, maybe a little bit of like a PowerPoint presentation explaining the direction that they're going to go with it, what the roadmap is roughly looking like, and that was it. Instead, and this is done based on the fact of how the process of field offices went. And people were appreciative of that. They respected that actually it's probably going to take some time for Clear Coast to come out, because if we looked at a field office and a Silver Task Force, there was a considerable amount of time spent to get that developed. So a lot of us were surprised to find out that Clear Coast not only had a video to give it a preview of what it was looking like currently, but also that it could be play tested during ToonFest, which I am incredibly envious of to those that actually got the chance to play it. And I hope you had an amazing time. So if you did play it, I know some of you in chat did go, let me know what it was like to actually experience it. But let's look at the video. I'm going to unpack a lot in this because I love video so much. So I'm already starting. There it is. You can already see how it works, and it's interesting. It's its own islands. So I always assumed that it was connected and it's just on the coast. No, it's sort of its own island. And what is interesting about it, so as I said, Tenor Terrace is a way to get to it as one of the locations. I believe the other one is Donald's Dreamland. I am very intrigued what the streets are going to look like along here, but considering it's all in the sea. So are we going to have boats going by instead? Our course could take up. That's the question I have. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but that's one thing I'm intrigued by. But I just love that the map reveal is wonderful. Okay. I will mention now, the music is phenomenal. The music, I didn't know what to expect for the music, but this is just perfection for Clear Coast. It gives you that sort of holiday, tropical feel. It's astounding, and I love it so much. I don't know why. Out of everything about it is superb, but it's the music that gets me. That's what makes me so excited and so enthusiastic towards Clear Coast, because music can change how you feel about something. Like something can look absolutely incredible. If you get the wrong music paired with it, you get a whole different tone. The music is a perfect match for what Clear Coast is trying to portray, and they did a fantastic job with that. Yeah, it could be similar to Donald's Dock Streets. It very much could be. I would love it if they did something completely wild and just decided, hey, there's no buildings, it's boats or something, or maybe it's like floating buildings, and there's a whole different redesign for it. I would love that, but that might be a bit too much of a stretch. Let's continue watching. Okay, no one's mentioned this yet, and it really bothers me. If someone has mentioned it, I'm sorry. But can we just call out the fact that there's a doodle cloud? That's all I want to share. That was all I want to share. There was a doodle cloud, and that's what I love about it. I just love this, that there's a doodle cloud, and it's like attention to detail is beautiful. Yeah, it's the doodle clouds. We need that, and I feel like the doodle cloud is a really interesting part, because yes, you can say, well, it's a fun thing to do in the clouds, but it gives us a recognition that actually doodles still matter to the Toontown Rewritten team, because otherwise, I think that's why I think their team are really purposeful with what they do. They won't just put things in just for the sake of it. There's a reason behind it, and so I think the doodle cloud it does signify that actually the doodles still matter. They are recognizing that we do need to give them a bit more attention, and that's why I've seen the trick training being developed. And I do wonder whether we're going to see some more quality of life improvements with the doodles as well. The playground was great. Felt very much like the first days of TTR in its alpha testing phase. That's promising. Assuming that, and this is from Shumi in her YouTube video, mentioned this about the different seats and whether we can sit on them, and I think that's a fair point. Probably these are the ones that you are going to sit on, and I think when it opens, it's going to be lovely to see so many two just sitting on the seats, just chilling out, soaking in the rays as well. The headquarters looks amazing. There's a lovely stage. They go up a hill, which gives me very much like Minnie's Melodyland vibes, that sort of style. It's like I want to say a trumpet. I know it's not a trumpet. More benches, but this time chairs. Chairs is a big update. Forget bench update. We've got chairs update right here. And the lighthouse is interesting. And you got a few different fish that feature in it. So we got the I thought this was called, is it the horse mackerel? No, I can't remember what it is. But we got one there. I know there's is it a tuna fish or piano tuna? I can't remember the names of them off my heart. But already there's a lot of interesting features. Obviously, as again mentioned by Shuey, the lighthouse is not 2D. It looks 3D. So that means there is going to be some sort of purpose to it. And that's what I hope so as well. And I think the buildings are the most interesting part of this. And it does leave me with a lot of questions, which I'll go to shortly. But let's carry on. They don't want to reveal the name of the streets. We want to know the name of the streets, but we won't be told them. Also, can we go up that ladder? Floats. So this is the point. Is the question? Is a float simply just a decor? And it could well be, considering that a lot of Toontown playgrounds are very much, majority of it is decor. There's not much interaction, not much engagement with it. I just wonder whether TTR are trying to change that. And I think the playgrounds, what do you want to call it? I'm calling it playgrounds, is an example of what they're trying to do. Because bear in mind, as I said, the playgrounds are mainly decor. There's not much that you can do with them. The main interactions are the headquarters, fishing, gag shop, and trolley. Those are the four things. But they've introduced the ice skating element to it, which adds a new interactive part to it. I just wonder whether seeing the floats, it could be part of that as well. And I wonder, like the rings game in the trolleys, you could easily implement that into Clear Coast, I would assume, as a way to get your laugh points. So you have to like swim through them in the sea. Also, more doodle clouds. Let's just remember that, okay? Appreciate the doodles. I do love the design. I just want to say again, the headquarters design is amazing. I love it so much. This is another one that wants to know about. Hey, Lizard Wizard, how is it going? You having a good morning, afternoon, evening? We are just going through the Clear Coast's alpha preview. Lava Latte Cafe. This is another example where I'm just wondering whether we're going to see a little bit more happening in this space. Because again, there are buildings in our Toontown playgrounds that don't really do a lot. They may have one moment where they have a feature of being a Toon Task for like one time. I'm just intrigued whether we're going to see something different this time around. Whether Lava Latte is going to be more than decor and there's been some level of interaction with it. I don't know what, but I think it's nice to see a lot of original assets in this, like with the watermelon and the drinks. It's really nice. But are we going to get coffee? Are our Toons going to now get access to coffee? And if they get access to the coffee, what does that mean? Do they just become super speedy? Is that what we're to expect? I would love that. Just this is a bit of pure fun. Also, is that a jelly bean pizza? Which, the more I look at this, I feel like this has been inspired by Europe. I've been trying to look at this a lot. Like, what does it remind me of? And there's two places it reminds me of. And one of them was somewhere in England, like some of our like Cornish coasts, but also Italy. And I'm now more convinced it could be more inspired by Italy. I don't know if they mentioned it in ToonFest, but that's one game. But also jelly bean pizza, I am all for that. Let's carry on. I already just noticed the clouds, the smoke clouds from the chimney. Pretzel, a pie, beautiful. Italian Riviera is where they're putting the inspiration. So okay, I was right. Italian Riviera is what I'm getting from it. And I think that's a good sign. If I didn't know what it was, and my thought was this is Italy, not just from pizza, but I think the whole the music, everything about it gave me either like Cornish coastal Italian vibes. I was more leaning towards Italian, especially from the tiles of the houses. That's a really good sign. Immediately reminded me of the chocolate pizza from Club Penguin's pizza game. Hey, maybe we're going to get that. I mean, wouldn't it be wild if they incorporated some of the Club Penguin stuff into Toontown? More doodle clouds. Respects the doodles. Okay. Let's go through a lot of things. So, again, there's a lot going on. So we still got the party space. I forgot about that. we've got the gelato tiles, which is interesting. Pixar's Luca, that's perfect. I think Pixar's Luca is probably the perfect inspiration for it, and it gives it that sense of like, yeah, Luca's the inspiration. Then if you're talking about Italian Riviera, you're talking of like Luca, and Luca is a beautiful film. I love it so much. But they haven't made it like just, it's not just the Luca set. It is its own set, and you can tell it's got inspiration. Also, I only just realised this. Has it got a bit of Maui inspired? Because if you look in the bottom right corner, back to where the floats were, the sign looks like Maui's hook, just a little bit, which is interesting. But yeah, there's several buildings here which suggest that there might be more going on here. You've got Gelato Times, you've got the Lava Latte Cafe, you've got the floats bits, and you've also got the ocean waves, which I do wonder whether we're going to see a little bit more going on there. Where there's going to be a bit more interaction. Ocean waves, I'm guessing that's where we're going to get all the music happening. I wonder whether the middle bit will be a sort of a dance floor, like getting the parties. I think that'd be very, very interesting to see whether they do that. Now, you've got two streets that are clearly here, but also, if you look behind the headquarters, I feel like there's something there as well, another tunnel, which we're not going to be told what that tunnel is until the very last minute, and once we're there. It's going to be very interesting to see if that is something and what's behind it. But overall, it just looks amazing. Also, the pet shop. I want to mention the pet shop. Are we going to get even like stronger doodles here? Are there going to be new designs for the doodles that are going to be based on this like coastal vibe? There's a lot of questions that I've got about this. I also love if they introduce like one trolley game into Clear Coast, or even like the photo game, which I know not everyone loves the photo game, but have the photo game incorporate Clear Coast playgrounds. That'd be wonderful. That side in the middle reminds me of Mario 64 in the castle, when Mario looks up to see the light. Yes, that is very, very true. And also McMuffin, hi there. I didn't say hello to you properly. Are you the same McMuffin that made that incredible video as well for the 2Ds? If so, you are such a legend. I love your videos. I just love the complexity details given to everything, especially the rooftops. There is a lot of detail going on. No matter where you look, you can't complain. Even the background looks amazing. It maintains that Toontown feel. It's just phenomenal. But I just wonder whether they're going to have a lot more interactive elements to this playground, because there's a lot of buildings that have been introduced. I think it'd be great if we could see them actually being buildings you can go into and there's something going on there. And maybe that's something that's part of that quality of life improvement. What if they change the fish species and pet shop roof to something more vacation-y? Maybe. I mean, I quite like it as it is. I think it maintains like this is still Toontown as we know, but here's some more features to it. It just looks good. Let's keep watching. Okay, so there is something there, but we just don't know what it is. We know it's on the street. That's it. I mean, surfing would be quite a cool thing to have in here. And so I'm going to say that the fishing area is going to be right by the lighthouse here in that sort of crescent section. We'll be able to swim out into the sea, and where we have these the buoys, I think they're called. They will be the boundary lines. So already I'm thinking there's going to be something that you can do in the sea, which I think like the ring game would be something they could like just incorporate as a way to get your life points up. And also maybe the floats, you can go grab a float and then jump in the sea. That would be great fun. Also, there's a flying pig. Where did this flying pig come from? I've only just noticed it. Where? Why? Where? How? It's great. I love that there's a flying pig. It's beautiful. Just everything about this looks amazing. I do like the beach idea as well. I think it gives another different element to the playgrounds. It feels completely different to the previous ones. Maybe add a docks up here or do fishing on the beach. Maybe. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Top one tunnel is Minnie's Melody Lands. Okay. Right tunnel is Donna's Dreamland. Left tunnel is Volcano. Oh, maybe. Or would it be or would the volcano be where, like, the top one, like, you're going through the whole street and it's going to be behind there? Which they're not talking about the volcano now, are they? And also you've got the lighthouse. Again, that's going to do something. I feel like there's going to be a lot more interaction with these buildings, which I'm hopeful for. And look at that logo. It's such a good logo. Like, you got our favorite, the clownfish, the legends, like, involved in it. It's just, everything about it is perfect. And there was a playtest. I didn't get to play test. I hope maybe as a partner, please, if you're TTR team listening, please can I have a little turn on it? Can I just try it? I went from in a playtest. Okay, so it must be that. Is this a new playground or something? Yes, this is a new playground that will be getting released in due course. When? We don't know, but it's amazing. Everyone have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening. And I'll see you all next time. And thank you so much for joining Toon Talk Live. Bye.